following the Royal Rumble, it's reported that Dusty Rhodes officially resigned from the NWA and was set to return to Florida, where he purchased 60% of the nearly dormant Florida Championship Wrestling territory. So, I mean, Dusty's this legendary figure in wrestling. And the reason I bring him up is not because you were working with him at the time, but I know you have a lot of history with Dusty. And the rumor has it that he had a tendency to position himself at the expense of other talents at times and kind of push himself when he had the book. So I'm wondering, was that your experience with Dusty? Did you view him as kind of a political guy?
I found very few bookers that are in the ring bookers that don't put themselves over. Vince Russo makes himself world champion.
That's a glaring one.
I mean, it's just, it takes a good booker to take the back seat. Of course, Dusty was a great booker. Can't take nothing away from Dusty. And he put himself on top, but he carried the load. He wasn't up there and they weren't drawing a house. Dusty was up there, and everybody knows American Dream, the big elbow. We did first blood matches back in the day. I mean, Dusty is Dusty, the Mount Rushmore guy. But, yeah. So, yeah, I could see him. Yeah. And anybody, shoot, when I came in, I did everything I could to push myself and get myself over anybody else. That's the name of the business. It's the big leagues, caps and sleeves. Everybody wants to move up. Everybody's jockeying for position. The wrestling handshake, it's how you doing as they stab you in the back.
Hard to blame Dusty. Plus, to your point, he was incredibly over and he's getting these big crowd reactions. It's like, why wouldn't I push myself?
Yeah. He carried the load. Why? And he was a proven commodity. If he took it over the deal, it's his money. Go ahead and you wanted to succeed. You don't want to take a chance on one of these young guys that may make it or may not. The Renegade. I don't know if you met him or Renegade. He did Ultimate Warrior gimmick. They thought they were going to put the big gas and he was going to become a huge star. Fizzled, So if I was Dusty, I'd stick with a proven commodity. Him. Plus it's a better payoff, right? What the hell?
Absolutely. Now, at the time, did you feel like the Florida territory was just dead? Or, when you hear that Dusty's about to take it over, is it like, oh, well, maybe there's something there?
Marcus, by now you should know not to ask me any office stuff.
Okay.
I had no idea what's going on down there in Florida, man. I was living in my own little cocoon up there in the WWF. And plus you were working all the time, And when I wasn't working, I was with my family. So, yeah, I really wasn't concerned about what was going outside my little orbit.
It was just WWF and family, and that's it. Your only focus.
And that's all you had time for. I mean, it wasn't a job. It was a lifestyle. You're on the road a lot.